Intricate little chess game going on right here between two high-level athletes.
Adiwang told us he knows how skilled Minowa is on the ground.
Neck or spine.
Judge, time. Athletes ready, let's go!
An emotional night indeed here for Lito Adiwang, the 27-year-old out of Baguio City in the Philippines, competing to improve his ranking. He's currently number 5, but competing for a lot more too, Drake.
Yeah, he spoke to me earlier this week, and he said that his mom had a stroke and she's going through kidney problems. He's the youngest of 7 children, so this match means the world to him. He really wants to bring back that 1 championship medal to his family and his mom.
There's a reason they call Adiwang the Thunder Kid. Will we see it here in the first round? Will he bring the thunder? It's happened every afternoon this week in Singapore, as it usually does. Will it happen in Singapore tonight, courtesy of Thunder Kid Lito Adiwang? That right hand cocked and ready for destruction, and he throws it early. Double leg takedown attempt here from the latest Shuto champion, a debuting one. Hiroba Minowa gets the takedown inside the guard of Lito.
Adiwang touched Minowa on the chin with that right hand, and Minowa thought differently right away. Shot him for a beautiful double leg takedown. Spins around, puts Adiwang on his back. This is where Minowa excels, ladies and gentlemen. He is a monster on the ground. Once he gets people down, he just slowly starts advancing his position, softening him up with ground and pound. He's really got to try to drain that gas tank of Adiwang because Adiwang is so explosive, not just on the feet, on his escapes as well.
Both men bringing tremendous records, going 8-2 in their last 10. 100% finishing rate on Minowa. Can he take care of business? Can he pass the side control here? Or at least go to half guard against Lito, who's keeping him locked in the full guard at the moment.
Adiwang's got him in full guard, but he's also attacking a Kimura on the left side of Minowa. You can see he's got that arm now, and all he's got to do is he's got to try to separate the hand away from the body and create a little bit more torque on that shoulder.
Adiwang does have 36% submissions, 55% knockouts, and he wins so far. Very aggressive start as always from Lito. Going to town on that left arm.
Oh, beautiful. Through the leg over the back of the neck there of Minowa. Now he can probably use this as a sweep. See how Minowa's rolling over? So Lito Adiwang was able to use that Kimura to reverse the position, and now he's in a dominant. He's rolling through.
Is Minowa in trouble here, Dragon?
Yeah, Minowa's in a world of trouble right now. He's got that arm extended. Now it's starting to separate from the body. See how that arm is twerking like that? Oh, the arm is not supposed to bend that way, but Minowa is so tough.
It looks painful. My word, the resilience here from Minowa. Did he tap out? No. And still Lito goes to work on that left arm. How is Hiroba Minowa surviving this? As Mitch said, the arm going in the direction that human arms should not go.
Man, anybody else would have tapped long ago, but Minowa is a monster. I told you, ladies and gentlemen, he is not going to give up in his debut. He really wants that number 5 spot from Adiwang, and he is willing to do whatever it takes to get it.
Hiroba Minowa survives the early onslaught from Lito Adiwang. Top position still here for the Japanese combatant. Lito has to reset now. Side control, north-south position. Nice bit of the clavicle there from Hiroba. Looks to go to side control again. Gets there, the Japanese athlete. Cups the hips in. Knee on belly momentarily from Hiroba. Nice done. Minowa doing a great job so far. Inside a half guard. In control after a very precarious situation about a minute ago where Lito almost took the arm back to Baguio City.
Yeah, Lito Adiwang almost got back-to-back Kimura submissions. He scored a huge Kimura submission back in Fire and Fury against Pungsiri Mitatit. He was trying to go back-to-back with the Kimura, but Minowa is so tough, ladies and gentlemen. He must be hyper-mobile in those shoulders, which is a huge benefit for grapplers because that arm was deep. Look at that good movement from Adiwang to get back into half guard. Now he's got to try to get underhooks and shift over onto his side and create that movement.
Nice posture up there from Minowa. Drops the left hand down. 20 seconds remains. First round of 3. What an electrifying start to this 1 championship card coming at you from the Singapore Indoor Stadium. Half guard position, Hiroba Minowa back into full guard now. Lito closes the guard. The Filipino throws the legs up, hoping to secure an armbar just before the bell. Can he find it? No. What a ripper. What a start from Lito Adiwang.
Man, Adiwang has improved his ground game, ladies and gentlemen. Look at that. Boom with the 2, follows with the 3, throws the 2 again, and Minowa shoots immediately in for that single leg. And this is where the ground battle started to happen. Look at how deep this Kimura is, ladies and gentlemen. That is a nasty-looking Kimura, and Minowa just rolls right through it.
Mitch, nasty is an understatement. When the Kimura is locked on, what are you trying to do with it to your opponent?
You're trying to take that arm home. He wanted to bring it back to Baguio City, and but you can just see that it's a shoulder lock, and the arm is being twisted away from the body, and it just creates tremendous torque on the shoulder joint. But Minowa hung in there like a champ.
Second round set for 3, strawweight contest. 21-year-old Hiroba Minowa against 27-year-old number 5 ranked Lito adiwang. Don't forget, folks, follow us across all your social media platforms at One Championship on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and Instagram. And as always, we thank the Singapore government for making tonight possible, keeping us all very safe and happy and healthy. What a start from Lito in the first half of the first round. Almost getting the win via Kimura. Tremendous resilience, though, from Hiroba Minowa. And he's up high on the balls of his feet early, the Japanese Shuto champion. Fake there from Lito, controlling centre circle. Turning back at the jump to his back kick. They love that at Team Lagai. We've seen it used by Kevin Bellignon to great effect. Maybe Bellignon can get it off in our main event tonight against Hands of Stone, John Lineker. On the ground once more inside the first minute of the second round. In the guard of Lito is Hiroba Minowa.
Improve your position.
Good takedown there landed by Minowa. Beautiful timing on his entries into these shots. He was able to catch Adiwang kind of coming forward and committing into that spinning back kick, and he just closed the distance and got nice and tight. If Adiwang wants to sort of avoid these takedown attempts, he's gonna have to have more balance. He's gonna have to be a little bit more centered in his approach, throw those hands, hurt him with leg kicks, but earn that respect, because Adiwang does his best work on his feet. Even though his ground game has improved by leaps and bounds, as we saw in that first 5 minutes. And now we're seeing Adiwang able to control, but beautiful pass. Throws the legs to the side, follows it up with a right hand landed by Minowa.
Minowa, 100% finishing rate, 27% by knockout, 73% by submission. Never won by decision. What's he looking for here, Dragon?
Check out the right arm of Minowa. Minowa has grabbed the right arm of Adiwang, so that's going to open up a little bit more options in his part. He's going to be able to, if he can slide that leg through, he's going to be able to secure that hand, and Adiwang's not going to be able to defend himself as well, because Adiwang looks like he's possibly going for a Kimura on that other side as well. Intricate little chess game going on right here between two high-level athletes.
Adiwang told us he knows how skilled Minowa is on the ground. Was going to try and finish him in his stand-up. Didn't believe that Minowa could finish him in striking. And in fact, Lito has never been stopped by strikes through 12 pro bouts. Also holds a 15-2 amateur boxing record. Does the Thunder Kid, but no chance to rain down the thunder on Hiroba Minowa at the moment. And just a tangle here. What is Lito going for now, Mitch?
He's going right back to the Kimura. He loves this submission. It just gives him so many more opportunities. He can sweep with it, but a beautiful job by Minowa to kind of maintain that composure. Oh, beautiful little slip out to the side there by the hip switch by Lito Adiwang. Now he's dropping the hammers down, but good job by Minowa to regain that composure. You mentioned Adiwang's record and how good he's been doing lately, but it's the last 7 matches. There has been a switch thrown in Lito Adiwang, and he has just found another level, and I really think it has to do with his training partners. He has joined Team Lakai, and he has surrounded himself by some of the very best athletes in all of the Philippines, pretty much all of the world, and we're really starting to see that in his game, and his ground game has improved as well. But right now, this is Minowa's world. This is what Minowa loves to do. Loves to just smother his opponents. But you can just see how active Lito Adiwang is. He keeps trying to negate the position of Minowa and keep things moving.
It's been a long time since I commentated the name Minowa. Used to be associated with a very famous pair of red underpants, Dragon.
Yeah, now the red shorts are on the other team now. Look at the good control by Minowa. He's able to secure that half guard. You can see how he's got that body lock tight to the guard. It's that underhook on his left side. How he has that arm of Lito Adiwang. That's giving him really good control. And it's enabling Minowa to keep Adiwang flat to the mat. If you're inside control, you have to try to scoot your hips away from your opponent so you can create that space. But when you can't and you're stayed flat to the back, you're just gonna stuck in that position. Adiwang's got to create that movement. He's got to keep moving, because here you can see now Minowa's in north-south and he can drop those knees to the head.
And dropping them, he is indeed. The cranium crackers there off the right knee from Hiroba Minowa. A 21-year-old who has never been finished, has a very impressive second round.
Good ground control by Minowa. He was just able to shut down the offense of Lito Adiwang. You could see in the first match when Lito Adiwang was in guard, when he had his both legs wrapped around Minowa, he was able to attack submissions. He was able to go after that Kimura. He was able to go after the armbar. But then once Minowa started to advance his position and showcase that ground control, we could see that he could shut down the offensive attack of Lito Adiwang.
So the end swell being used to the side of the left eye and on the forehead of Minowa. Mitch, we score as an overall contest under the global rule set, but if you were scoring this one round by round, who would you have ahead at the moment?
It's pretty close. I think the submission attempt and just how deep that Kimura was in the first round by Lito Adiwang gave him the advantage in that round. And I think that, you know, Minowa was able to sort of get a lot of that back, you know, make up a lot of ground with his just ground control in that second. But I think it's really close at this point, and it could go either way. And I think it's going to depend on Adiwang keeping it on the feet and Minowa getting it back down to the ground.
Third and final round. Hiroba Minowa, 7 of 8 submissions via choke, 6 via rear naked choke. If he takes the back of Lito, it is danger for the Thunder Kid. No sign of that yet. It's been Lito, the Filipino, who has had the submission opportunities. And again, you see the Thunder Kid controlling center circle, pressing Hiroba Minowa to the outside. Plenty of movement, both drifting right and left for Hiroba Minowa.
See, Michael, you can see that, you know, Minowa doesn't want to step into the range. He doesn't want to get close to Adiwang because he's, you know, nervous about those hands. But Adiwang's also a little tentative to throw the strikes because he doesn't want that double leg to shoot in on him again.
Adiwang protecting that number 5 ranking in the heated strawweight division. A loss tonight to Minowa could see Minowa slip into number 5. And what a stacked division it is.
Beautiful double leg again thrown down by Minowa. He was able to duck under that right hook. You can see that just the tentativeness of Adiwang into throwing that hook. And as soon as he threw that one strike, Minowa snuck right in there, turned the corner, put Adiwang down, and now we're getting to see what makes Minowa just so good.
Half guard position here for Hiroba Minowa, looks to pass, does so, wanted to take the back momentarily. Back inside of half guard. The champion in the strawweight division, the teammate of Lito Adiwang, Joshua Pasio. Number 1 ranked. Fellow Japanese man, Yosuke Saruta. Another Japanese, number 2, Yoshitaka Naito. Rene Catalan, another Filipino, number 3. The Brazilian Alex Silva at 4. And the Thunder Kid rounds out the top 5.
Yeah, the Japanese and Filipino martial artists are just dominating the strawweight rankings right now. And this is what we're seeing. We're seeing 2 very high-level strategic masters going at it right now. And this is the game plan of Minowa. We said at the very beginning the ground was his world, and we're seeing why that is. Adiwang's got to get that underhook so he can turn onto his side to create that little bit of space. But Minowa knows exactly how just to, he's trying to dig with that right hand. He's trying, but a beautiful adjustment by Minowa not to let him get that escape. He allowed Lito Adiwang to get back into full guard just to keep that position because I think he knows just how explosive Adiwang is, and he might have been able to get out if he got that underhook.
Mitch, Adiwang has had 8 first-round finishes, 3 by sub, 5 by knockout or TKO. When it goes beyond the first round, do you sense any confidence slipping away from the Thunder Kid if he can't get them out in the first 5 minutes?
You know, it's a very good point, Michael. You know, but I just don't get a lack of confidence ever from anybody from Team Lakai. They believe they are in the match from the start to the finish, and they can end you with just one well-placed shot. You can sleep, you know, and Lito Adiwang still has time to work through this. He's got to do what he's got to do. He's got to push off, but again, Minowa was just all over him. It's like being caught in a fishing net in the ocean. There's just no escape. No matter how much you struggle, you can't get away. You've got to rip through that fishing net and try to get to safety. But we're seeing a beautiful just control and top position game from Minowa.
Of course, 2 of the teammates of Lito on tonight's card in our co-main and main event. In the co-main, Jihei Eustaquio, former world champion, takes on Songmin Jong of Korea. And the big one, former world champion Kevin Bellignon goes up against Hands of Stone, John Lineker in a bantamweight stoush. Inside the guard of the Thunder Kid with 1 minute remaining, some hammer strikes posturing up momentarily from Hiroba Minowa.
Yeah, Minowa is only 21 years old. This guy has absolutely no ceiling here at One Championship, especially putting on performances like this. But I also think this is going to do a good job just to Lito Adiwang's experience level. He's going to know what he needs to work on, and he's going to try to make those corrections by going back into the laboratory out there in Baguio and really putting in good work with Team Lakai. But we're seeing Minowa just put on a performance right now of ground control, ground and pound, and really just controlling this matchup.
Minowa looking to continue a streak and make it 5 in a row. For the Thunder Kid, it would be 7 in a row if he wins this one. It is going to go down to the wire, you feel, unless a stoppage here from the hammer fist strike to be the man. Big hammer fist off the right hand here from Minowa. They are bringing it home strongly. Aggression from the bottom position from the Thunder Kid. And who will take the bod? Look at the sportsmanship, the respect and the honor between 2 phenomenal martial artists.
Wow, what a matchup between 2 top-level strawweights. Here is Minowa just letting go of the ground and pound at the very end of the round. I think we have a new contender in the strawweight division.
This match is presented to you by Xbox. Power your dreams. After 3 rounds of battle, we turn now to the judges' scorecards. Judge number 1 calls this contest in favor of the red corner. Judge number 2 calls this contest in favor of the blue corner. And judge number 3 calls this contest in favor of your winner by split decision from